Hey, Scorpio. Welcome to May. Welcome to Pluto's retrograde. Welcome to Taurus. We're still in, we're in Taurus season. Yeah, your sister sign is visiting us in the sun right now. This is for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs. Check your moon or your rising placements for deeper resonance. Take what resonates, leave what does not. We are going to dive into the Scorpio full moon. Okay. So this is your energy, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and see how your constellation, your energy is interacting with the moon at this time. We're going to dive into what lessons the Scorpio full moon is bringing to you. We're going to dive into um, the tools that you already have and how you can utilize those tools towards success and abundance. Okay. And we're going to also talk about what you need to focus on during this full moon in Scorpio. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into a Scorpio for this full moon in your sign. Ancestors, guardians, and protectors. What messages do we have for Scorpios, those born under the constellation of Scorpio in their sun, moon, and or rising placements for Scorpio? What does this Scorpio full moon have in store for them? What should they focus on? What lessons do they need to learn at this time? Ooh, you got forbidden. You got the apple. Forbidden. Bottom of the deck, you have aloe. Aloe vera of soothe. Soothe. Forbidden. Sorry, guys. I'm really tapping into what my ancestors are telling me about this card for you guys. I'm getting this energy. What I keep hearing is be careful. So far, that's what I'm getting with this card so far. We still have more cards to pull. But I'm just getting the energy of be careful, Scorpio. There are some things that you don't want to know. There are some things that you're not allowed to know. There are some things that you should not partake in. So I'm also getting just because you feel you can does not mean that you should. I'm just hearing leave it alone. Leave it alone. There are just certain things that only the gods and our ancestors should know. Okay. That's what I'm getting from this card so far. Something told me nothing is sacred anymore. Sacredness has been forgotten in so many parts of the world. Just be careful, Scorpio. Okay? Don't dabble in anything that you don't need to dabble in. Doesn't matter what anyone tells you, right? There are some things that we do not need to know. The things that you are allowed to know. And there are those of you, Scorpio, I have a feeling that you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Hmm. Let's pull let's pull another card here and see. Okay, I'm getting something else. Now that was for a different lot of you, okay? The other end of this. There are some people with certain beliefs who say that something should not be looked into. You should not go searching for a certain type of knowledge. There may be someone who tells you you don't want to know that, or, you know, don't ask, right? Um, be careful of those people, because if, again, if this is a situation where you're dating somebody or you want to date somebody and there's something that they refuse to tell you, you might want to stay away from that. Maybe not that person, but stay away from having a close connection with that person. There's anybody involved in some things that you do not need to know about, Scorpio, you should not be involved with those people. Okay. So take which one of those messages as you will. Okay. There are some things in this world, some relationships, some experiences that you're just not meant to experience, Scorpio. Even if it looks good, even if it looks beautiful, and you're just like, you know, some of you guys, Scorpio, this can be like a drug. It can be some really like deep, weird shit, okay, that you guys might be thinking about getting yourself into. I'm also getting, if you're trying to tap into something like a certain frequency or a certain spiritual experience for some of you, just make sure that you have a mentor or some type of teacher, someone who can guide you down that path, because they will be the ones to tell you, hey, you don't need to do that. That's not for you. Okay. There are other things that might be forbidden, Scorpio, like if you're traveling to another country or something like that, or what have you. Um, just make sure that there are certain cultures where if you're not from that culture, you are not allowed to experience certain things. Okay, and that's just how it is. But I am getting like some of you guys might be trying shrooms or trying a certain strain of shrooms or doing something that is going to alter your state of mind for a certain amount of time. Be very careful, Scorpio. Not everything is meant for human experience. Okay? Do not, if there, oh, man, here we go again. If if there is someone that you know or someone who's saying, "Hey, let's go do this," or I heard that this, I heard somebody had this type of experience, we should go. If your spirit is saying, if there isn't any any pinch of your spirit, just a tiny sliver of your spirit that says nope, the answer is no. Do not go following people. Do not follow a trend. Do not follow what social media says. I don't care what any religion, whatever. I don't care who's telling you, a friend, a family member who's saying, hey, you can do that. You should be able to do this. You know, you should be able to understand this. Go after this knowledge. Go hang out with this person or go trap. No, do not, if there's a part of you, even if there's a part of you you're not really sure, if there's a part of you that's like, oh, I don't really sure, I'm not really sure if that is your soul saying, hey, look into it first. Don't just go follow suit, because you never know where somebody is leading you. It can be leading you to danger. It could be leading you to down a really bad path, Scorpio. Please do not follow what your soul is telling you not to follow. That makes sense. What is forbidden is forbidden. And I'm not talking about like taboo where people are saying, oh, you're not allowed to talk about that. No, I mean forbidden. When if your spirit or your ancestors or a deity is telling you, do not go there, do not partake in that, do not hang out with that person. Please listen to that. And that is kind of urgent, okay? Whew, okay, Scorpio. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs for this Scorpio full moon message. Ancestors, guardians, and protectors. One card from this deck for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs for this Scorpio full moon message and lessons. What is this forbidden energy? Okay. You have the Six of Wands or the Six of Bows here. That's Leo. I like seeing that. Stay on your path. Stay on your path. Ace of Pentacles here, or the Ace of Stones, the foundation of life. So yes, building on a firm foundation here. I also see that there are those of you, Scorpio, you are focused on your money. Okay, I'm getting a third thing. I'm getting a third thing. Now that I see these cards are very positive, very, very positive. Okay. Again, please do not just follow anything that anybody says online, or, please make sure that your soul is saying A-okay. Because if it's not saying A-okay, you need to do your research. You need to ask some questions, okay? If this is a money-making scheme, whatever, be careful, okay? Make sure that you are following your spirit. Now, there may be somebody here who is offering you something. They're offering you something, and it looks good, okay? And it's not as good as you think, Scorpio. Be careful. If there's someone who is saying like, hey, I have this money making program, or get rich quick scheme, I don't know, or there's someone who's saying like, do this to win money fast, or whatever, or this product works so good to lose weight, or to, whatever. If there's anything that someone is saying works like a charm, do your research first, please. Do your research first. Ask questions first. Ask for advice about that particular thing that you're about to step foot towards. Because again, I do see for you, Scorpio, that you are on the right path, or you're being guided towards the right path on a spiritual level. Like your soul is guiding you down the path of abundance, is guiding you down the path of, coming back home to self, your confidence, being financially, at peace with your living situation, with your job, whatever, finding a new job. I also see that, having a job offered to you. Now, if you're out there looking for a job and there's a job that's offered to you, but they're not really upfront about what the company is about, what the job, make sure, okay, if you're applying to a job, Scorpio, ask questions. Don't just take it for what it is, especially if it sounds too good to be true. Okay. Hmm. Be careful, because where you are right now, like, you're good, you're fine, okay? Um, Stay on your path, but there's definitely some type of energy or some type of individual who is going to try to cut that off and take from you. Let's go ahead and pull a couple more cards, Scorpio. Let's pull a couple more cards, and then we're going to jump into the tarot. For Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs for this Scorpio full moon message, ancestors, guardians, and protectors. I'm going to pull 3 cards from this one, and then we're going to jump into the tarot, y'all. Okay, you have positive surroundings. I love seeing that. So once again, make sure that you are surrounding yourself with positivity, Scorpio. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who have sense. Okay, truthful people. Because what I'm getting from this, once again, if you are surrounding yourself with the wrong people, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs, you have enemies in your midst, and you can easily be bamboozled. You can easily be snatched up and swept up by someone else's ideals, someone else's advice. Keep the positive people in your life. Do not follow behind someone who isn't, you guys already know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. You already know. Like, if you're surrounded by people who are not positive, who are negative, who have darkness attached to them all the time, and they're always making bad decisions, and they're shady. You know who I'm talking about. Okay. You have future. Who received this card? Libra? I think it was Libra. Okay. So this is definitely something that you can anticipate happening soon, or I wouldn't say soon, but in the future. So if you are surrounded by negativity or people who make poor choices or people that you can't 100% trust, Scorpio, you need to get out of that situation. Like now, like soon. Do not wait. Get out of that situation, because in the future, what it's showing me here is that this person or these people are going to lead you astray. Okay, because they see there's some spirits or entities attached to these people who see that you're destined for, some really great things. When you have emotion, control of self. So you may have some people who know how to trigger your emotions or emotionally manipulate you to do things that you shouldn't be doing. You need to control yourself emotionally. So if there is someone who makes you upset easily, or someone who really gets under your skin easily, or you're someone who's easily triggered, please be careful with that, Scorpio, during this Pluto retrograde and this Scorpio full moon. Because you might end up doing something out of anger that's actually going to screw something up. If you feel like you're going to step out of a relationship because your partner is making you upset or making you unhappy, please do not do that. Please do not do that. Live in honesty. You have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So there's someone here who knows how to put on a show. They really know how to put on a show. They really are, they're very believable. Their performance is very believable. Okay. They know how to push your buttons. And this person is very creative. They know how to lie and get away with it. Okay. This person has done it many, many times before. Okay. Be careful, Scorpio. Be careful. Be careful. Control yourself. Whoever you're dealing with, there's someone here. Some of you guys are dealing with some people or someone who has no self control. They may be very impulsive, but they somehow know how to hide it very well. I'm getting that for some of you. But others of you, there is someone who knows how to control their emotions outwardly. So it kind of seems like they always have their themselves intact, but they really don't. Do not allow what you see to fool you with this person. Okay. This person can dress nice, they can talk nice, mm-mm. Some of you guys are dealing with some people or a person who's done some things that they should not have done, and they continuously do it. For some of you who are dealing with a person like this, but I do see you coming out of this victorious. Okay, I do see you coming out of this the wiser. Okay, I do see this for you. All right, let's go ahead and pull some tarot just to kind of dig a little bit deeper of who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with during what this Scorpio full moon is really talking about in a little bit more detail for you Scorpio sun, moon, and rising signs. Ancestors be with me. Guardians and protectors, I thank you. I'm also getting, if there's a certain procedure that you're thinking about getting done, if someone is telling you like, hey Scorpio, you should get this procedure done, or you should go to this physician, or you should, or someone's telling you, hey, you should go do this for a cheaper price. I just think that, please ask questions, Scorpio. That's all I'm gonna say. I keep all this stuff is hitting me left and right for you guys as far as scenarios, but let me see. Yeah, okay. Here you have the Magician again. You have Death, you have the Nine of Swords, and you have the Magician. The bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Swords. Somebody is a thief. Somebody is a thief. Somebody likes to always have the upper hand. They always want to have more than the next person. They don't care about how it makes that other person feel. They will take from you. This situation is going to be shown to you, or I think it already has been, Scorpio. This person just can't be trusted. This person cannot be trusted. Please be careful of them. They're very skilled at doing this. They will lie straight to your face. You can find something out about them, or someone may tell you something about them, and they will deny it, or they will gaslight you and make you feel like they have clarity. Like you're the liar, you're the one that's crazy, and you got to walk away like these two men in the back there. This guy took their swords. Why does he need more than one sword? So this person, they will steal from you. Somebody is definitely hurting you, or they've been hurting you behind your back, or you're going to find out something about them. We're going to clarify these cards in a moment, but you have the Death card. So there is something. I like seeing the Death card because that just means that something that is no longer meant to exist, it's just no longer going to exist, right? It's not going to exist because it's not supposed to. Something that is stale, it's dead, right? It's done. You don't need to hold on to this anymore, Scorpio. I'm also seeing, Scorpio, please be careful because you guys might get yourselves, if you're not careful, you can get yourselves into some serious trouble with the spirit realm. And some of you guys, there are some entities or some messages that are coming through in your dreams and nightmares that are telling you, hey, you need to watch out for this. You need to leave that alone. Listen to your dreams and your nightmares, because whatever spirits or energies show up, like if there's a person that wants to reconcile with you or someone who wants to connect with you and they show up in your dream and it's more of a nightmare and you feel uncomfortable, you probably should not connect with that person. Because there is someone here who is pretending to have all of the tools to grow and thrive, but they don't, because there's these tools they've stolen from other people. You're not the only one they're trying to steal from, okay? However, you, Scorpio, if you've done the inner work, you've healed, or you're doing the healing, you have the real tools. You're not a phony. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards really quickly, Scorpio. I'm also getting that some of you guys, if you got into a relationship with someone, um, things went well for a while, or they seemed to go well, but they didn't last long, or they won't. You got the Ace of Pentacles again, 9. Yeah, you have the 9 of Wands. This person has definitely, this person who's hurting other people and who is hurting you. Yeah, because this is definitely painful. This is definitely painful. You cannot trust this person. Okay. This person is wounding you or has already wounded you. If this is the future, then this means this person, you're going to be hurt by this person. Okay. I don't like telling the future. I don't like doing things like that, but that's what's coming out. But that you have definitely, this person has been hurt in the past somehow, and that's why they do what they do. But it's all fake. It's all fake. Okay, this person is not happy at all, and they are pulling you into their darkness. Okay, you have already been shown this in your dreams. Some of you guys, when you are sleeping in this, like if you guys live together with this person, you may have a really hard time sleeping. If this is especially if this is a commit, like this is like romantic, if this is a romantic situation, it's like you have a hard time sleeping next to this person. And it's because your spirit won't allow you to sleep with this person because they're just you're not meant to be with this person, or you're not meant to find peace with this person. Some of you guys, you have Taurus in your chart. And some of you guys, you can definitely expect this to happen in Taurus season, or it's already happened. But someone is very stubborn. It could be you, Scorpio. It could be this other person. And because someone is being so stubborn in this situation and not changing and transforming themselves or not getting out of the situation, even though the truth is right there showing you that you shouldn't be in the situation, you might be forced to get out of the situation. A breakup might just be forced. Something is going to be forced here where you're going to be, you cannot ignore the signs. You have to go. And it's definitely not going to feel good. It's going to hurt. For those of you who are already going through this, yeah, it hurts, but it's not going to hurt for long. It's not going to hurt for long, Scorpio. So there's some of you guys, you're going through like this mental pain right now, depression. Okay, you're going through a depression. You're hurting mentally. Okay, I don't see any cups coming out. So to me, it's like emotionally, you're kind of holding it together. You're holding it together with this situation because it had to end. It had to end. Okay. This is someone who, this person seems like they have it together financially, but they're a thief. They are an enemy. They are a wolf. They have hurt not only you, they've hurt other people. And it seems like they have it together, but they really do not. But you have to, you Scorpio, you're the one that's like keeping it together. Even though you're hurt, you're just like, I got to bandage myself up and move forward. Because some of you Scorpio, you have experienced so much enough pain. You've probably experienced this before, and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to learn from my last mistake, and I'm going to get out of here. It hurts, but I got to go. Right? You already have proven that you have what it takes to be successful and to be happy. You don't need this person. Okay, you don't need this job or this money making scheme, whatever it is that someone is trying to present to you as, this is how you can be happy. This is happiness. Anybody who's giving you the apple and saying this should be the apple of your eye. This is something that most people don't know about, right? You might have somebody who come up to you and say, most people, they don't know about this. Most people, they don't want to do this, but like if you do it, you can be just like me, or you can, what I mean? That's for those of you who are dealing with like money making schemes and things like that, or get rich quick schemes or whatever. If you are dealing with that, or a job that's actually not the type of job that it's presenting itself as. Okay. So be careful of that. But if this is a relationship, this individual has a lot of good words and they know how to present themselves in a way where you're just like, this is actually a legitimate person. I can have a good relationship with this person. No, no. Absolutely not, Scorpio. So don't trust this person. And also, if you are thinking about getting back with somebody in the future, don't do it. Don't do it. You're not going to find any peace or happiness there. It's going to start all over again. So just move forward. Move towards the future. Practice self-control. Okay? Don't try to do anything to get back at this person. Leave them alone. Leave them behind. Surround yourself with people who love you, people who care about you, trustworthy people. Okay? Much love and light to all of you, Scorpio. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, y'all.